complete stranger in the subway at like, what, 12 a.m. Do you mind if I like kiss you? Do you mind if you pucker up? Like, hey man, like, I'm a young girl who could possibly look 14 or I could be 35, but do you want to kiss me? You're by yourself in the subway with your headphones on and you're sleeping, but how about you mind a little pucker up? Like, I would just be so scared. Does a silly little bet between friends really lead to love? Well, I'll have you know, the kiss bet plays with this trope. It tickles the balls. It gives a little grass on each one of them and says, look, does this trope work? Can two friends really kiss and then leave it at that, and that's all? No feelings in between. Can that happen? Well, let's see. What's up, weenies? It's your girl, Leanie, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about webtoons. I normally play video games on this channel, but we are talking about webtoons because I want to yap about some webtoons that I love a lot and have read a lot of. Today, we are talking about the kiss bet. Mwah, mwah. I love the kiss bet. So I want to tell you about the characters and show you what they look like. So working from left to right, we have Rose, Tammy, Patrick, Sarah Lynn, Subway Boy, aka Oliver. We have Joe, Vicky, and our lovely mysterious character whose name you shouldn't know yet, so I won't tell you. Not till it's ready. She's ready. Let me tell you. This webtoon is a slow burn, but it burned its way into my heart, okay? It was one of those webtoons on like the homepage when it came out that I kept like avoiding and skipping. Like something about, I don't know, I think I wasn't in the mood for romance. Like when it comes to that trope, like I love it, but like sometimes I'm like overwhelmed and exhausted with the same romance tropes, and I kind of like didn't give the kiss bet a chance. In its first beginning, especially when it was on Canvas, I was like, oh, whatever, like I'm gonna just look at something else, right? But it surprisingly surprised me. If you love romance and first loves and school life, then you'll love the kiss bet. The kiss bet is made and created by the very glamorous, I guess, glamorous Ingrid Ochoa. The kiss bet is a charming romantic school comedy about a playful bet between two best friends. This webtoon explores friendship and the messiness of teenage relationships and just understanding yourself and getting to know the exciting line between friendship and romance with unexpected feelings and hilarious misunderstandings. At some points, it's not hilarious because for me, like, the misunderstanding trope really irks me in some comics, but this one, it doesn't irk me. Like, what's an example? One of them, like True Beauty, like misunderstandings and like the main character is so oblivious or so dumb that they don't understand, so the misunderstandings go on for like fucking years. I cannot stand that shit. Like the kiss bet, the misunderstandings, I feel like they're human and they're not like, oh, the main character is so oblivious and so like she'll never understand, like she has to be like spoon fed the information. It's like, look, this is what's happening. Like, she's not dumb, it's just that the misunderstandings are kind of like due to anxiety, and I could totally relate to that. So I do appreciate that it's not frustrating to read. So I actually didn't feel like I was gonna lose my mind. I felt anxiety, but I didn't feel crazy. Now let's actually talk about the kiss bet itself. Like when I was reading it, you know, again, I was really like skeptical, like another romance, but clicking into it and like getting down through the first panel, the first episode, it was just like, wow, like I like the art style. It's very cutesy and very like soft, and like I like the gradients and I like just the way the lines feel. And then you get to the last panel of the first episode and you're just like, damn, boom, cliffhanger, boom, kiss bet, bet's initiated. Like I was hooked. Like at first, like reading it, you're like, okay, it's cute, it's fun, but like the last panel really hooks you because it leaves you on a question like, the main character, Sara Lynn, the redhead, she's like, hey, stranger in the subway at like, what, 12 a.m. Do you mind if I, like, kiss you? Do you mind if you pucker up? Like, hey, man, like, I'm a young girl who could possibly look 14, or I could be 35, but do you want to kiss me? You're right, you're by yourself in the subway with your headphones on and you're sleeping, but how about you mind a little pucker up? Like, I would just be so scared to ask someone, hey, you mind if you put your lips on mine? My lips are cold. I need a lip cozy. I need a lip sweater. Like, I couldn't do that. Ugh, it's just creepy. Like, girl, you have some balls. You have some kahunas. There you go. Now, let's talk about the kiss bet that changed everything in the friendship. But should it have changed anything, honestly? I'm going to be talking about episodes or chapters 1 through 9. And in between chapters 1 through 9, we're given the question, can a kiss between friends change the friendship that drastically? Should it be that big of a deal, that much of a problem? Could you just kiss your friend without catching feelings for them? In the comments, answer that. I actually want to know. For me, I don't think I would catch feelings. I mean, if that friend, like, I secretly had a crush on, obviously I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kiss him, and then from here on in, we gonna be kissing every day. And then we might even hold hands. Like, if it's someone that I'm just like literally platonic friend, just be like, mwah, done, move on. Like, who cares? But not everyone can do that. Now, the trope of kissing a friend or someone close to you and it being a bet and possibly the other person doesn't know it's a bet is not a new trope. Like, this is not new. It has been done before. There are webtoons like Nice to Meet You, and A Good Day to Be a Dog, which are very similar to the Kiss Bet. They're both on webtoons on the app. A Good Day to Be a Dog, by the way, is one of my favorites, like top tier, one of the first webcomics I ever read. Ugh, lives in my head rent free. But in these comics, the same trope is done, of course, done in their own way. Luckily, we have our sweet girl Ingrid, who makes this a little bit more charming, a little bit more relatable with this trope, making the stakes feel a lot more personal. Our main character, Sara Lynn, has a lot of anxiety. She overthinks a lot, and she is constantly in her head about everything. And I could totally relate to that. I have severe anxiety and depression and ADHD, so like I'm in my head 24/7. So I totally get how Sara feels, and Ingrid makes a lot of like jokes and humor through it to like get Sara through this time. Like, I feel like Patrick, which is her best friend, the one who gives her the bet, and he basically kind of is the comic relief, especially for someone like Sara, who is very like tense and overthinks and doesn't really like take moments to step back and like laugh through life. Patrick's there as her best friend to always be the humor and always like kind of lighten things up and brighten things up for her. That helps a lot with the character balance of both Sara and Patrick. Patrick being lighthearted and friendly, Sara being more, I want to use the word uptight, but she's more like just stressed. She's more stressed than Patrick is, and that's why they kind of balance each other out really well, and they have fun together. But he gives her the bet like an asshole and tells her to kiss a stranger, so here we are with them. And with Patrick telling our girl Sara Lynn to kiss a stranger in the subway at 12 a.m. at night, the rules of his bet are so vague. It's just a plot device. Like, I feel like obviously the whole thing is called the Kiss Bet, but telling her, hey, all you have to do is kiss someone, no feelings attached, just get it over with, because Sara, you're a kissless virgin, by the way. Sara is 18, as we find out, and she has never kissed anyone. Well, they said that she hasn't kissed any boys. They didn't mention girls, but I guess if she kissed a girl and she liked it, what's the Katy Perry song? I kissed a girl just to try it. Okay, yeah. I hope my boyfriend don't mind it. That's cute. They make it such a big deal, Patrick and her best friend slash cousin, Vicky, that she hasn't kissed anyone. That's why this whole bet started. She is without the warm embrace of soft lips from some boy that she's never met. Rough lips, soft lips, whatever lips. She needs to kiss somebody because at 18, apparently it's pathetic. There are some people that are 40-year-old virgins. Have you seen the Steve Carell movie? More about the relatability of Sara Lynn, our main character, is that once she confesses to the guy in the subway, hey, I need to kiss you, and he rejects her very bluntly, very harshly, calling her a freaking weirdo, which anybody would do, she goes to school and she realizes the same man she met in the subway, which her, Patrick, and Vicky called Subway Boy now. He has no name, just a blonde cutie with headphones sleeping in the subway. He's now named Subway Boy. Subway Boy just so happens to be Sarah's neighbor across from her in her apartment that she lives with her dad in. So of all things, to run into some weirdo and then to have to go home with them at the same time every day, I mean, you can't be as unlucky as Sara Lynn. She goes to school the next day thinking it's all behind her, and what do you know? She fails at math like anybody does. Relatable, relatability. I suck at math so much I can't even do 2 plus 2, 9 plus 17. The simple small numbers I can't do. And neither can Sara. So with that being said, her teacher says you need a tutor. Don't worry, we have a new tutor just for you. And you're just like, oh, I wonder who it's gonna be. And it's like, as fate would have it, it's the Subway Boy. Dun dun dun. And he is gonna tutor Sara Lynn in math because she sucks ass. She got the number from the teacher, went to go meet up with him, and saw through the window. It was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. This poor girl can't catch a break. I mean, she's lucky she didn't kiss him, because if she did and then had to be tutored by him later after being strangers and kissing, I feel like that would have been even worse. But no matter what, it's all bad. It's just all bad. Set the school on fire, set yourself on fire, and just like leave. Just get it over with. With the tutoring session, Sara Lynn does eventually walk in the door and say, hey, Subway Boy, it's me. But she's under a disguise. She has her scarf up like that, and she hides her face because she's afraid of him recognizing her. She put her hair up in a different way, and she put glasses on. But the trope doesn't work here, honey, where you put glasses on, and apparently in every movie that means you're the ugly, nerdy girl. So anyway, she puts her glasses up, puts her hair up, and puts a scarf on, and she tries to go through the tutoring session without him realizing who she is, but she never really finds out if he remembers her because he doesn't react. Just stone cold, no reaction. So she talks to Peter. She talks to Patrick later, and she's like, oh my god, he totally recognized me. It was such an awkward situation. Honestly, if it was me and I embarrassed myself in front of a stranger and I saw that stranger again, I wouldn't go to tutoring. I would just fail math, fail senior year, never graduate. I'm good. I don't need trigonometry and whatever, the Pythagorean Pythagorean theorem. Shit. Pythagorean theorem. Shit. What is it called? I got this hair on my fucking face. The Pythagorean theorem. I'm having a stroke. So with her situation, I don't even know how she does it. The embarrassment aside, Sara Lynn has also been a little distracted, not only with this strange encounter, but with a new encounter, and he's hot. Apparently, to the characters, he's tall, broad shoulders, and black and blue hair. Black hair so shiny that it shines blue. And with that, he has like a Clark Kent kind of look going, and he's really handsome. So Sara is very distracted by this man. His name is Joe. So not only does she have to deal with Subway Boy and Joe, she has to deal with also some kind of conflicting feelings for her buddy Patrick. Sarah, you're juggling a little too much here. You need to calm down. Haven't been kissed yet, but you're juggling 3 men, 3 men, 3 Genshin impacts. Sarah Lynn never kissed the boy, subway boy, in the subway. So technically, she lost the bet. And because of that, she owed Patrick a $50 tip, if you would say. Now that bet's over. There we go. In the next few chapters, another bet is made. This time the bet is, Sarah, why don't you just tell Oliver, also known as Subway Boy, Subway Surfer, that you're the creepy girl from the subway the other night, that you're the one who asked if you could kiss him, because now that he's tutoring you, I think he should know, right? And we're not really sure if he knows it's you, because, you put on the ugly girl glasses and put your hair up, and everyone knows that's a sign of being ugly and different and a whole different person. Well, why don't you, tell him? Go ahead. Do it. I dare you. Put your chest out. Do it. But Oliver, he is very, very uptight. Oliver and Subway Boy. I don't know if I have to keep saying either name, but I like calling him Oliver. Everyone else in the comments calls him Subway Boy, but I guess I'll call him Subway Boy. So Subway Boy, Soldier Boy, Subway Boy, tell him. I got this new Subway for y'all called this. I don't know where else. Subway Boy is very hard to get along with. He is a tutor. He is tutoring Sarah Lynn, and he's getting paid, I think, by the school or by Sarah's parents. Who knows? Parent, her father. And I don't think he has any patience for Sarah Lynn and Patrick's bullshit. So now that Sarah has a new bet and she doesn't want to lose another $50, she wants to confess during her tutoring session with Subway Boy that, hey, it's me, the creep. Like the Scooby-Doo pull the mask, it's me, the creep. And because of his strictness and because of his no play attitude, she gets so stressed and overwhelmed by the constant equations and paperwork and homework and studying that he throws at her that she gives the fuck up. And she's like, after a long day of studying, I don't know, they study for a few hours, she's like, I don't even care. I don't even give a shit anymore. I just want to go home. I just want to roll up in my little blanket. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. I want to tell you, but I don't care. So at the end of the lesson, he's like, hey, what did you want to tell me? She's like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm going home. Mood. Relatable mood. I fucking hate studying, and I don't like tutors. Tutors make me feel stupid, and Sarah Lynn's kind of in that same boat of I don't understand this, but you understand it. But then if I don't understand it, and you get frustrated with me, it makes me feel dumb, even though you're politely it's okay, we'll try again. I totally get Sarah. I totally in the same boat as her. So at this point again, we are on bet number 2, and Sarah has lost once more to Patrick and his stupid little bets. So she didn't tell Subway Boy that, hey, I'm the freak. I'm the maniac. I'm the monster. So she lost. This time it wasn't $50. It was $5. But she's really poor, has no money, doesn't have a job, so she was only able to give him $3. He says he feels bad, but then she's like, nah, you don't. And he's like, no, I don't. So he's $53 richer. Now, Sarah Lynn has sparked a lot of chaos and dramaticism. And is it driving the plot? Yes, and I'm here for it. Because then we finally get Oliver, Subway Boy's perspective. And we see how he ended up in the subway late at night, his first impressions of Sarah Lynn, and if he does actually remember her face. And it turns out he does. He remembers every inch, every glisten, every speckle, freckle, and every strand of that redheaded, cutie little 18-year-old on her birthday. We learned that Oliver is running away from his family and home life, and his mom is getting remarried, and he is with his older sister in the beginning of the chapter, and she looks strikingly like Vicky. And as his big sister is telling him about it, he's like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to the subway and I'm going to sit on a bench and wait for the train, and I'm going to sit there, put my headphones on, and go to sleep. And I guess that's what normal people do at 12 a.m. But as he's sitting there waiting, we get his perspective of Sarah. And in his mind, it's some creepy ass bitch coming up to him, Like, can I kiss you? Like, what is it, the Patrick meme? I love you. But he's basically in self-defense mode, and he's freaked the hell out. He's by himself and someone's asking to kiss him. Totally understandable, totally relatable. I would freak the fuck out too. Subway boy ran away from home in the middle of the night and missed the last train because Sara and her friends took the train while he was too busy wondering if he just got sexually harassed in the train station that night. And so he walks home to Joe's house, and he's gonna live there with them. And turns out the mom doesn't know that he left, so it's a whole big thing, dangerous big thing. And the next morning when he goes to school with Joe, he does see Sara Lynn walking to school in the same direction and same path from their apartment as he's leaving as well. And he immediately is like, oh shit, it's the girl from the subway. She lives here too. No. Like, I would be really scared if, like, I saw someone that just like, came at me. It's like, oh yeah, they also live right across from you. I would be scared, and he's rightfully scared. I really like that the emotions are very well portrayed, and it's still like kept lighthearted and goofy, because in real life, you would be scared the fuck. I would be scared the fuck. I would call the cops, even if basically nothing happened. I still call the cops. Call somebody, shit. And then to be Oliver again, to find out that he got a tutoring job. Cha-ching, ka-ching. You can make some money because you're a smart-ass brain, but then you find out the one person who needs tutoring is the person who attacked you on the subway. I like how it's progressively getting worse and worse, as I say. Sexually harassed, attacked, like, yeah, that's what happened to him. Like, I don't know how he still took the job as a tutor. I would have been like, no, I'm not tutoring this person, because they gave him a picture of Sara Lynn, like a mugshot of Sara Lynn. Like, I just wouldn't do it, but it depends on how much they're paying him. Must be a lot, especially if he just ran away from home. He's gonna need that money. Tutor the insane asylum patient. So at lunch, Patrick and Sara Lynn are together, and she's actually been thinking really hard about her first kiss. Vicky and Patrick got under her skin, which is understandable. I totally get that. If it hasn't been on her mind all this time, and all of a sudden she's getting bullied by her closest friends and family about it, yeah, it would be on my mind all the time. She's finally like, you know what? The new guy, Joe, he's really hot. I would love to kiss him. He would be my first kiss. Oof. I'd be like, hell yeah. If I were her, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. A big, hunky, tall guy, 6'7", 6'2". I don't want to get that tall where their knees like are so fucked. I feel so bad for tall people. This prompts Patrick to kind of like get an attitude with Sara. He's like, why are you making your first kiss such a big deal? It is not that hard to kiss people. And she's like, yeah, it is. I've been saving it for so long, not just for nothing, because it has to be special and with someone I actually like, someone that's actually attractive. Patrick is so over the Joe fan club girlies, because he's hot, and I guess Patrick is not. And we find out why Patrick is so disliked, because this girl, Tammy, she sits next to them, and Patrick's like, it's so easy to kiss someone, look! And like, and turns and goes to kiss Tammy. And then she, rightfully so, as he puts his hands on her face like this, rightfully so, she smacks the shit out of him. She said, bop! Bop! I'm gonna put that meme of the girl smacking the wig. But, yeah, she smacks the shit out of him. And then a whole bunch of girls at another table are like, oh, Patrick, he's being a creep again. He's being weird. Like, I kind of feel bad for Sara Lynn, because to be the girl who hangs out with the weird, creepy guy who kind of just sexually harasses people, that can't be a good look for Sara. I wonder what kind of friends she has outside of Vicky and Patrick, if she does at all. So here we hit our third bet on episode 9. We hit our third bet, and the third bet is that Patrick tells Sara Lynn, I bet you couldn't even engage in a conversation with Joe, because apparently you want him to be your first kiss, but don't you have to have him fall in love with you? Doesn't he have to talk with you, converse with you, conversate with you, get to know you, and exchange words? Don't ask what this accent is. But Sara couldn't even tell Subway Boy that she was the weirdo, so how could she possibly tell the guy that she thinks is incredibly smoking hot well, not tell him, but like, how could she possibly talk to like a super hot guy? That's like me trying to talk to like RM from BTS. Like, I shit myself. So Sarah's like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit, because Patrick kept calling her a chicken. He kept saying, look, hit X for doubt. Okay, I doubt you're gonna even look in Joe's direction. And Sarah's like, okay, bet. Like, literally bet. Another bet. And the loser has to do a whole week's of homework, which, if I was still in high school and someone else had to do my homework for a whole week, I don't even think I would make that bet, because I procrastinate like super bad, and like I barely trust my own shit. So now I'm gonna trust someone like Patrick, and Patrick kind of being like a goofball and like kind of being like the class clown. I doubt he does his own homework. So this isn't really a good bet. I think y'all should have stuck with the money, but Sarah's broke, so what do you do? So Sarah, pissed as hell, she is making a ruckus in the cafeteria because Patrick and her are still eating, and they are across the way from Joe, right? So everyone's starting to look, because Sarah's getting so heated to the point that she stands up and says, okay, all right, bet, I'm gonna talk to Joe by the end of the day tomorrow, bitch. And Patrick, you're gonna owe me a whole week's of homework, because I'm gonna talk to this man so hard I'm gonna talk to this man so damn hard that he talks so hard. I wish I had something. Nothing. But yeah, Sarah's very confident, and Patrick is like, bro, I know you're gonna fail and you're gonna do all my homework, so look, get ready, it's finals week. It's not, but like, imagine. Or midterms, like, oh, would have fucked me, would have fucked her, everyone been fucked. So, and I think it's funny, like, in this comic they don't curse, like instead of saying shit they say poop, which I think it's kind of funny. But in my head I just like translate Google Translate shit. But yeah, in this what is it, cliffhanger, we do see that Joe did, not that he overheard what they were saying, that he just saw the commotion, but like he did a little a little smirk towards Sarah Lynn's direction as she walked away. I mean, look, honestly, he could have been looking at Patrick because he was in that same direction, but we're kind of like inclined to be like, oh, Joe might be a little interested in Sarah. Oh, Joe might be a little interested in Sarah Lynn. Oh. Don't ask what I'm doing. So we're kind of like left with, okay, is Sarah actually gonna make the bet this time? She's already lost too. Let's see, like, would you make so many bets with your friends even if you keep losing? Especially betting money. Would you bet money? Leave it down in the comments below. Would you bet money? Knowing you're going to lose because somehow your friend's dumb luck always wins. And do you think Sarah will actually talk to this man with her anxiety? Oh man, I don't know. Joe's basically a celebrity. Let's see if she does it. Well, that's my little messy analysis of the Kiss Bet, episodes 1 through 9. Again, very messy, but I'm kind of just like discussing, like, girls chat, boys chat, just talking. We're just kicking our legs up on the bed, laying on our stomachs, painting our nails, and just talking. But honestly, this has caught my attention. Like, I am thrown in. I love the Kiss Bet. It's such a fun read, so pleasing to the eyes. I'm really all here for it, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. I do find myself really enjoying the dynamic of Patrick and Sarah Lynn. They do really feel like long friends. Like, they feel very organic together and they flow into each other. Again, Patrick is more of a goofball and Sarah Lynn's more high anxiety, but she does know how to let go and have fun when she's with him, so that's really nice. It's always a really nice balance. And the background characters like Tammy or Rose, who else is a background character? Lulu, the girl from the psychic bathroom closet. They all feel like not too in your face. They're like, oh, we're setting these people up, but we're not like throwing them at you yet. You're kind of just And then we have the more primary characters of Joe and Subway Boy, Oliver. So it feels very good. Like the flow is very like sublime, if you would say. Well, that's it for this Webtoons analysis of the Kiss Bet episodes 1 through 9. I do plan to continue, so I will be doing episodes 10 through 19. Why am I making it weird? I don't know. Decided to stop at 9. So I hope to see you again, and thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want more content about Webtoons. Here is a link to the next video, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Kiss Bet. Okay, that should be enough for thumbnail. This comic is totally worth reading if you love the trope of the shy, anxious girl who is just trying to figure out her way through life and figure out her crushes and trying to start a romantic life for herself. Like someone who kind of like focused on, I don't know, goofing around and just like kind of being within her own bubble. She's finally learning, let me branch out and try some romance and like actually think about that kind of stuff. If you like tropes like that where it's kind of a slow burn, trying to figure yourself out and also like kind of balance and maintain your friendships and kind of like love triangles, then this is for you. Because this is very much a comic that has a lot of depth to it.